Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are jumping back into Daryl Dixon Season 2, The Book of Carol, Episode 4. That title is always a mouthful, but this show has been incredible. You folks know I have been loving it, so I can't wait to see where things go from here.
Looks like all Carol's lies and deceptions may have caught up with her, and it's going to be interesting to see the way this plays out. We got some super walkers ready to go on the offensive. Can't wait to see how this goes.
I can't wait to see this chaos, because everywhere our crew goes, everything just turns to shit. Let's go!
Okay. Well, there looks like, I was going to say the pipes come off easy, but it looks like he's anchored to an eye bolt in the wall, which are significantly more difficult to remove. But if he could break the pipe off the wall, he could put it in the hole and, well, I would say turn the bolt.
Oh, they're right out his window.
Yep. Castle Dracula there.
I was going to say, that's kind of a cool little horror shot.
That's an eerie shot right there, isn't
it? that smile.
They don't have lookout at that place or anything. They wouldn't see the headlights or the lights on the cannons coming up. They've got old school, like, actual cannons.
Yeah,
all right.
Right from the park.
Oh, smart, Carol. Very smart.
Allez, allons-y.
Nice. Did
Oh,
she just pull him?
hide behind Big Boy there.
Pas dans la tête.
I love how nobody ran.
No.
You notice
they
that? They just stayed. They just got in a circle.
Yep. Oh, that's their method of quick injection there, so they don't have to use needles.
Oh, what's she gonna do here?
Oh
shit!
Oh, but it didn't plunge on her though. She got
that leather jacket on. Oh, there you go. That's why we
my question is, what would happen if that actually went into a non-walker?
Yeah.
Like, did she turn sick and die and then turn into a walker?
Turn into Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Super Carol.
Look at Razor
this.
570 there.
Is that what that is? Old 570?
Well, what happened was the Fear of the Walking Dead crew built this
They
and sent it.
They made it, yeah.
Sent
Sent it to Spain.
Oh, here they go. Oh, see now.
How are they going to control him? This I got to see.
Well, they're going to
He's going to use him as bait.
Yeah, the dude on the razor. They're going to drive him up.
Well, I mean, yeah, I figured that, but why wouldn't the walkers just go to the humans that are just standing there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh.
Get us out of here.
Ah, Carol's going to jump in the razor.
And she's the one that takes it right to him.
Yeah.
Carol.
Oh, she's going the other way. Isn't she?
She's heading right towards it. Look.
Oh, I thought that was something else in the background.
yeah,
I didn't
she's
see that.
taking it right to him.
Yeah, I didn't see that was the nest the way it was initially filmed.
I don't know if I like that so much, but we'll go with it because I'm actually intrigued to see what happens.
Well, I'm
you
guessing
think
they
they
had the trucks lined up so she couldn't go the other way, probably even if she wanted to.
Well, the other thing is they couldn't have opened fire on her because if they take out
All the
the rabbit. Well, no, if they take out the rabbit, the variants
they're
going
gonna
to turn and come back.
Yeah, go for them.
Oh, what are you doing?
They're coming.
Oh, I love it. Running walkers is so awesome.
I know, it's good to see that again. Oh, boy.
Oh, that was a hell of a shot. Just right.
I can let it go.
Whoa.
Oh, stop. Carol, wave a hand. Just say, hey.
Same team.
Well, they're not on the same team anymore. Remember, they're trying to take out
that's
Daryl.
true.
Dude has to be shot by now. He's got to take several hits.
He's being the shield.
Well, Carol's avoiding all the gunfire, too.
All these guys are just such bad shots and plot armor.
Hold still.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa, up the mountain.
What about you?
Tell Dixon I did it for the boy.
Oh, dude, he's done.
Oh,
He
no,
is done.
he's going to pull a Tyrese and take them all out.
That's different.
Oh boy.
Mais il faut que tu nous dises où il est.
C'est toi qui fais le choix.
Laurent was 6. I'd heard of him. A child torn from the womb of an affamé. Horrific ending. A miraculous beginning. We met with a boy. We evaluated his gifts. We found him to be special. As you said he would be. For years, the good father and I stayed in touch as best we could. And then when it seemed time, we summoned the boy here.
Time for you, time for him.
Time for us all.
Us all. Us all.
How are you guys going to do it?
I'm sorry your will is weakened.
Wow, a little bit of blame shifting there, huh?
What you're doing is not strength. It's desperate, misguided, and it's savage.
Sounds like Daryl talking.
No, it's me. Part of me that was asleep until I met him. The part that doesn't believe in false prophets anymore.
You yourself said how special the boy was all those years
He's
ago.
special. He thinks and feels in a way that humanity needs. But he's human. He can bleed. He can be hurt. He can die.
Yes.
I need to bite that boy.
We're going to offer the flock proof of their faith. And so I need you to tell me where the boy is.
Ils sont dans la montée.
Now would be the time.
Oh, come on.
Got him.
Should have gone
just
for
in
the neck.
Face. Damn it, just the face. Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, sport? Oh my God!
That's what he's going to do. That's what you get, Diamond Dave. You encourage that.
I didn't.
That's your fault.
I didn't think he was gonna be a complete psycho douchebag.
There's the end of Isabelle.
L'armée de Genet dans le village.
This piece of shit needs to go.
Maybe he got her in the oblique.
Let's pray it's the oblique.
Oh, that's way over to her left. That was way over to the left.
Let's hope so.
The oblique
Way to the left.
does it again.
Excuse.
Oh, excuse.
Why did he run at her when he had a rifle? Again, I'll let it go because I love the show.
Oh my gosh. Some things they have done so far in this one has been real interesting decisions.
Yeah. The old oblique.
It better be an oblique. Oh, dude, that's center.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What else can we do to hurt Daryl?
Oh,
seriously.
Everything.
Everything.
Were you stabbed?
She's not going to notice her American accent. And
Tell Daryl I love him.
Looks pretty clean. That's good.
There's-
My name's Carol. Keep that press pretty tight, okay? Can you do that for me? What are you doing here? Even keep it for a friend of mine from America.
She told her.
That
That had to be
that was nice,
the point
that
where
look.
She
Yeah.
told her. You done.
Oh,
God, those eyes.
these variants are cool.
oh,
Oh, he is gonna go John Wick on him.
yeah, there's our guy. That Morning Star is as good as it gets.
Oh, is that civilians right there too?
Yeah, it's a mix.
Yeah, some of them are mixed in there. Yep, that was a normal guy.
That. Carol!
Oh, we're gonna get it right here.
Yeah!
After all that.
Holy shit.
What a way to meet up.
No. Oh. Here. Hold this real tight. We're getting out of here. Come on.
No. This is too late.
It's not too late. Not like this.
Just make sure he's okay.
We can do that together.
Make sure he's taken care of. That he knows always with him. The fireflies are so beautiful.
And that's that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that ending.
Where are we going?
Let's go.
Hey, Got somebody ready to take us home. A pilot, the plane, back in Paris.
Probably.
Everybody misses you. Connie, Judith, they'll all be so happy to have you come back. Who is she talking about taking care of?
Swear.
Where's the variant walk? Yeah, take her out.
Renoncez, Renier est à nous.
Good. They're captured.
What? They're gone.
Is that who Isabel was talking?
Yes, with Fallou. He's supposed to meet us here. He was here.
Okay.
He left us for me.
Okay. Let's find them together, okay?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
So, Isabel.
yeah, we helped each other out. Wouldn't think I'd be here without her. Your pilot, what'd you do? Just load up the plane and fly all the way to Maine?
Funny you
Stopped
ask.
in Greenland to refuel.
That was something.
Story. Just flew halfway around the world on a feeling. Not in Ohio anymore.
Depaison
What?
means place that makes you see things different.
You're all cultured.
What?
Is she speaking French? Me, you here? This is crazy.
It's stupid.
I met a guy, helped me out. His name's Caudron. Met him at that Maison Mare place.
Who's your name got him? He helped you find me?
Said he did it for the boy.
What a redemption.
Où est le garçon?
Vous avez gagné la bataille, laissez le garçon tranquille.
Look at him trying to be all noble.
Yep.
We found the nun. Isabel.
She won't tell you anything.
Not anymore, no. Was she hiding the boy? Did she fear what you would do to him?
I fear for my people.
Probably not a whole lot of them left.
I feared that God was protecting him from me. I doubted myself, even my faith. Because I realized now that God was protecting him from you.
Does the American work for God?
We all serve him.
So if I find the boy, it will prove God is on my side.
This is reminding me of the conversation she had with Carol in that car.
You know, I never really went anywhere before. As a kid, my dad had this old globe next to the TV and spin it around and think how easy it would be to see the world.
So why didn't you?
Became a mom.
You said on the radio that time someone came back.
Here we
What was
go.
It wasn't a person. It was a feeling.
Oh, come on.
Everything at Commonwealth just got so quiet. All that old stuff came back like ghosts, so I got out of there.
That's it?
That's all they're going to give us.
She was trying to bait Daryl to come back? Is that what it was?
It sounds like a whole lot of nothing. Everybody's theories about it being Rick, you're all wrong. That's what they're telling us. And Daryl's taking Isabel's loss pretty easy, I might add.
Well, he's 100% focused on
Yeah, I
the
know
kid.
they got a mission, but still.
This is quite the setup here.
I don't know if this episode's pissing me off or if it's just me having high expectations or what.
All those old ghosts came back. She was just gone. Oh, not him.
Monsieur Dixon? Who the fuck are you? So Isabelle?
Kid must be there. How else would they know him?
Yeah.
The boys said you would come.
There we go.
The big man Fallou. Very nice.
And the boy, Laurent, il est très gentil.
They left on foot? To Paris? Yeah. No, I'll find them a car.
Oh.
Can you find us a car? I have many here. Maybe you can make one to work. We'll look in the morning.
No, morning's fine. It's pitch black out there right now. Sister Isabel knows best.
I don't trust anybody who's too nice.
Yeah.
I learned to drive in this truck and learned a few other things too. But you grew up here? Fourth generation. We sold carrots to the Germans in the First World War, Nazis in the Second, and American soldiers after that. Armies come and go, we're still here. Got any asthma? I know a place to find these things. Let me get my walking shoes.
I don't trust this guy. Not one bit.
Nope.
It was nice having Laurent here, if only a day.
He's very fond of his Aunt Isabel. Daryl's a really good influence. And the way he talk about the two of you.
Oh,
Sometimes children see things that Daryl loves you but won't say it because if
Okay,
he
this-
says it, he won't be able to leave. I know how rare love is. My husband died years ago. My children, grandchildren, everyone's gone. Like Daryl, I was torn between the world I lost and the one I found. One must look for a way to keep living.
Une chanson. L'amour.
really amping up the happiness with these two.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Might have put on his walking boots. Bonjour, Madame Ducasse. Hey, Monsieur Roux, the baker. There's only old people left in the village. Old people burying old people, too hard. So when someone dies, we lock the gate and pay respect when we pass by. Whoa, Monsieur Toussaint! You stay here. I took him first.
Edie says Laurent idolizes you.
Well, she just spent one day with him.
Well, he made a big impression. Sounds like he's going to do really well at Commonwealth.
Oh, he's got friends in Paris. Maybe it's better he stays with them.
He's your responsibility.
Maybe I don't want that.
What about the kids back home?
This is different.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't want to lose him.
You end up like me? Is that what you're afraid of?
Oh, ouch.
No, I ain't afraid of that. Hey,
That was an interesting dialogue.
Yeah.
Look at that.
my brother, he lives in Florida.
Florida's very nice.
Did you stay at the Fontainebleau? It's on our bucket list. Tell them I send you. Ask for room 22, the best. I must have the car to get to work.
Oh.
He forgets everything. Lucky him. I wish I could forget.
Kind of wondering why they didn't just take
the car.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting choices in this episode, Oak.
Hey, Theo said you had some ethanol?
Oui, in the barn. I can bring it.
Oh, is there going to be something in the barn? What's in the barn? Enough. Living next to a barn.
Oh, she's going to have flashbacks, just like in the previous episodes. Oh.
You can tell me. I had a little girl. I got through it. You will too.
What if they're just giving us some genuinely nice people?
They might be.
Or-
But until they leave, that's when I'll deem them genuinely,
Yeah.
genuinely nice.
Well, and I think it's showing what Daryl and Carol could have later on.
Go ahead, give us some gas, just a little. Stop! Stop!
That was a little.
No, that was too much.
How am I supposed to know how much is too much?
Well, you listen, and if it sounds like it's too much, then it's too much.
Maybe you're too much.
What?
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 Please, don't stop. It's a good show. Like an old married couple.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, these old couple are going to be toast.
Yeah, they're done.
Now I almost feel bad for not fully trusting
For
them.
doubting them.
Oh, man.
Carol and Daryl are going to have to take those two out.
Oh, so this is how they survived.
That doesn't look like half.
Oh,
Well, I'm happy I was wrong on that one too, folks. I thought they were toast.
Yeah. The way they've set us up on this show.
I know you had people there.
Isabel and Laurent.
It's from Judith. I guess I'm just surprised you got so close to people here.
It's hard to explain, I guess. Hey, I'm glad you came.
Me too.
looks like a very thin door. And different over there in
It's
the
weird,
old
like-
farmhouses, huh?
Carol seems genuinely surprised that Daryl was able to connect with somebody.
Well,
on that level,
did
you know.
say she was surprised.
Yeah.
These are the best eggs I've ever had.
You need a good eye and a lot of patience. And very hard to find.
Only for special occasions. What are your plans? After you find Laurent, will you stay in Paris?
Oh no, we're still working it out.
Oh boy. Yep, here we go.
God.
Théo,
Oh,
qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
she didn't even know. Maybe
Théo,
she
pourquoi?
can talk him out of it, maybe.
It's too late.
Oh, no. You don't survive by picking the losing side.
He did allude to that earlier.
Je le fous.
It's that easy.
Okay, at least she. Come
Monsieur?
on.
He's gonna give it up.
Well, there's 4 plates sitting on the.
He's right.
Ils sont partis
She just
juste
saw that.
après le petit déjeuner.
Cover me. I'll get the car.
Have you guys seen Inglorious Bastards? This kind of reminds me of a certain scene.
I have not.
Le raffinement.
On n'a pas de sel, mais on a de la truffe.
No, boy.
You would have to
Personne
disable
que nous
all their
recherchons.
vehicles.
Carol's gonna witness something.
Vous savez qui je suis?
Oui, j'ai entendu parler de vous. Par mon père. Mais il m'avait parlé de gens comme vous qui étaient venus au village pendant cette autre guerre. Et aussi recherchaient des enfants.
Oh,
Yup.
shit.
Throwing that in her face.
Wow. That was heavy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
C'est comme ça que vous nous voyez.
Je vous l'ai dit, ils sont partis il y a des heures.
Alors comment se fait-il que ces œufs soient encore chauds?
On va fouiller la maison.
Non. Qu'ils le fassent, eux.
We're gonna see what happens when they. Okay. Oh!
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's no way Carol's gonna let it. Oh, that's ballsy, Carol.
Of course, Genet got away. Carol stopped shooting at 2. Just checking. Oh, shit.
I see it in your eyes.
More like confusion about how someone like you could turn into this.
Do you know what else I've seen? Families huddled in terror under the Pont Neuf. The Badgers took the powerful down the Seine for refuge.
How you're gonna really try to make us sympathize with her? Get out of here, Genet.
I saw my love devoured by the monsters they made.
So I made more to make an army.
We've all lost somebody. You think that makes you special?
Have you ever known that kind of loss?
Oh, what?
Yeah, many times. Oh, now we get to see what's gonna happen.
Oh, shit.
Yes!
You're gonna make her into a monster.
Yes! Now we get to see what happens.
Well, ask and ye shall
Oh.
receive, Diamond Dave.
Let's see it.
What are you gonna do now, sport?
Oh, it does turn
Oh,
him.
yep. Look at her.
Oh shit! It turns.
Look at
him.
her eyes.
So it's not good for people.
Yeah, because they weren't testing on people back in the lab.
Shit!
Yep. Well, she's going to turn right quick here. Better get ready.
I don't know, Dave. I think that might have just crushed her brain,
Yeah.
like on the insides.
That's what I'm thinking.
Let's not lower our weapons.
See, Daryl, it wasn't hard to take her out at all. How many episodes you mess around with her? Oh, come on.
The good one, of course.
We are just writing people off this series left and right. We gotta find Laurent.
I was
Deal with
not
Losang.
expecting to have Genet gone in episode 4.
A satisfying death, I might add.
Yep, very epic.
Good box.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of Isabel when I first met her. She needed my help, and I needed her way home. So we made a deal.
Makes sense.
And Laurent, he kind of became the glue that held us all together, you know?
Wouldn't you take one of their vehicles?
And I never, ever stopped trying to get home to you. So the longer I stayed here, the harder it got.
You loved her.
I did, Carol.
And look what these writers did to me.
You know Laurent's coming home with us, right?
Yeah, I know. Madame Genet est morte, tuée par l'américaine.
They're hiring him. We need you to go after
See?
Dixon.
Yep.
Marine's way was not enough, but neither is yours.
Yeah, see?
Oh, you cut the head off a snake, another one grows right back.
Yeah. He's
He's got a smile on his face.
Look at her just pulling the strings.
Yep.
All is forgiven. Pouvoir des vivants. Unissons nos rêves pour un avenir meilleur et plus fort.
He's not in charge. She is.
Let us merge our dreams for a better, stronger future. Ahead is the promised land. Laurent will take us there. Allons trouver l'enfant.
Oh, the look the second in command was given Losang's.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. Well, that was episode 4. I'm conflicted on
this. I would agree with you, Diamond Dave. Of all the episodes, I would say of almost this whole series, at least that I can remember, season 1, I don't know if I had questions like I did on this episode, but the overall story of this episode was great. I liked it. I liked where everything went. It was just some of the things that happened really had me a little kind of confused. I do not agree with losing Isabel. That one really is kind of a puzzle to me. I would have really liked to have seen her and Daryl have somewhat of a happy ending, because
happy ending for Daryl?
Yeah, no kidding, right? The writers can't possibly give him that, because I believe there's going to be another season, right, Diamond Dave? They've already greenlit it, so we were going to get another season. Presumably that will maybe take place back in America. Maybe we get back there. Not sure. But look, can we give Daryl a win? I mean, I don't know how many of you out there feel the same way, but so I was really kind of sad to see Isabel go, and in such a kind of pointless way, really. I mean, Losang just loses his temper and stabs her, and that's it. That's how she gets taken out. Maybe there's some kind of irony, or that's maybe not the right word, but something in that Isabel does all these grand death-defying things, makes it this far, and in the end she's just taken out by somebody in kind of a fit of rage. So I got some questions there. I guess I'll just kind of run through some of the issues that I had with the episode. Some of the fight scenes were a little questionable. Carol bursts in the door with a shotgun, takes out the 2 guys, and then stops. That was kind of questionable. Some of the stuff at the nest coming in, Carol takes out one guy, the other guy has a rifle in his hand. He just runs at her instead of shooting. Again, plot armor on Carol, I get it. But if you're going to do those scenes, let's think ahead a little bit and what's maybe a little bit realistic. I did like the scene with the older couple that they met right away. Because it's The Walking Dead, I at least don't trust anybody. I assume they were up to no good. Again, I said it's so hard to trust people in this world, even when everything seems on the up and up. But we did eventually see that Theo was the one who turned him in. And the scene when Genet was there really reminded me of Inglourious Bastards. I don't know how many of you have seen it. I'm not going to spoil it, but it did very much remind me of that movie when Genet is in there asking questions. So I liked the tension there and how that was done. I thought that was really well put together. But yeah, just a lot of questionable things. Oak, you kind of mentioned it. Why are they taking the old broken down vehicle when they got a couple that already work? A couple of fight scenes. Losang, I don't think he's really in charge. They showed that kind of shot of the second in command, looking at Losang's second in command, like, yeah, we'll use him for now, but eventually you're going to be the one to kind of take over. That was the vibe that I got. And again, with that being said, what a surprise that we lose Genet in episode 4. I didn't see that coming, but maybe they're going to kind of take things the direction of, hey, we do still have to get back to America, maybe at some point. But yeah, overall, I would love to just read the comments from you folks, because this one left me a little bit conflicted when the show has been a 5 out of 5 for me all season. This episode just felt a little bit off. Now I get there was some stories that they had to get to and things that they wanted to do, so maybe that was the reason some of the writing and some of the scenes went the way they did. But overall, I'm not gonna hate on it too much because I do love this show. This episode did serve its purpose in pushing the story forward with, you know, some fun along the way and some real heartbreak, obviously. But so I'm here for more Daryl Dixon, and I was real nervous when Carol got stuck with that needle, but apparently, like I said, it didn't have time. The syringe didn't go down, so I guess we're all good there. And again, that beginning part where I'm like, why would the zombies just go after the people that are just standing there instead of chasing after something? Again, these are all questions that I had that on their own, had they happened just one per episode, I probably wouldn't have questioned them. But we just had so many things that were a little kind of off and questionable from a normally flawless series. But other than that, hey, it's The Walking Dead. It's Daryl. No happiness for you, Daryl. Sorry.
None.
You get nothing.
None. Yeah, you know, for me, look, all throughout this series and Walking Dead in general, look, there's things as far as fights, battles, everything that you just got to say, hey, look, this is the part.
Just got to accept
This is TV, right? It's TV, it's movies, this sort of stuff happens. But there was a handful of things here where I don't want to get too nitpicky. And maybe sometimes when you're just not happy with the, like, had Isabel lived, we probably wouldn't even.
Yes, all right,
great. But you don't like some of the storylines, so then you find other things to pick apart.
Could
I want to
be.
be careful, like, not to do that because I think had Isabel lived, I'd be like, oh, it was great. I don't know if it's going to make the cut. Them hitting the front door with the cannonball from like 100 yards on the first
at least
try with like an old pirate ship cannon.
Probably like 500 yards.
You know, retrofitted on this, with some lights and stuff. But yeah, I mean, they hit that. The nest, no lookouts at all, and maybe they just weren't expecting. Maybe they, had become comfortable, with their location / position that they didn't worry about intruders. But the fact that they had no lookout, you didn't see a bunch of lights on the vehicles coming, so that was curious to me. The Carol in the hallway with the guy with the rifle, he just, I'm gonna start running at you with my rifle. That was a little bit interesting. Of course, near the end, we had commented, why didn't they just take the old guy's car? He was willing to let them, take apart the engine. And I get that he had, dementia or Alzheimer's.
Probably wasn't retrofitted to run on the ethanol.
On the ethanol, that very well could have been it, that it wasn't going to run on the ethanol. But the thing with all the vehicles from Genet is that, my thinking in this very short time span would have been that they're all probably running off the same fuel source to siphon as much as I could. Because the thing is how much ethanol, it looked like they threw an extra can in there. My thinking would have been, maybe leave one of the vehicles for the older gentleman with a full tank and then siphon as much gas as you can. You add some gas cans and take one of the vehicles. Again, I'm assuming they're all running on the same fuel source. And you could have loaded up the back of one of those Jeeps with a bunch of fuel, had a significant supply of firearms and other stuff. Left a few with the older gentleman.
Better suited for off-road as well.
Better suited for off-road travel, better suited for a lot of different things. And even it might not have been a bad idea, if I'm being honest, to have them bring two vehicles, to have Carol have one vehicle and Daryl have another and to follow each other closely.
That could be a lot of our own survival apocalyptic instincts kicking in and maybe being like, oh, why don't you do that? And maybe,
it's the hindsight, it's the outside looking in, but that would have been my thing. Siphon as much gas as you can, use two vehicles, as much supplies as they probably had on those vehicles, ammunition, everything like that. So, it was really powerful. I will say the older couple, when Dee Dee was having the talks about
the war and
wars.
Yeah, I've seen you people before.
Come looking for children. That was super, super powerful. And on the flip side of it, the older gentleman was like, hey, we just put our hands up in the air and
make deals with the winners.
Yeah, we sell carrots to the Germans in World War I and II, and then the Americans, and they're just trying to survive. And it brings up an interesting kind of point. It's like sometimes there's people who we don't pick sides. We're just here to try to survive. And from a morality standpoint, maybe not the best standpoint to take, but some people are just like, hey, we just want to survive, just the two of us, and get by. Obviously, Dee Dee felt drastically different, and she was the one who perished, but she went out doing the right thing for whatever that's worth, and she got a proper burial, which, as we saw, a lot of the older folks in that town didn't get. So I'll agree with these guys. I don't know, or at least Mason Quinn, I know Damn and Dave's probably going to reflect the same sentiment. I didn't love losing Isabel, but again, it's the Walking Dead universe. We can't give Daryl too happy of an ending. Or any happy ending. But yeah, so now they're off to find Ash, I'm guessing.
And Laurent, yeah.
Well, they got to find Laurent first and then Ash,
Yep.
So that plane doesn't look like it's going to take a whole lot more than 4 people back to America.
No.
So
look pretty tight with Carol and Ash already.
Yeah.
Stop
so,
over in Greenland.
But they had all those gas cans.
Little 4-seater. So now they got to have a lot of fuel. Let's not forget, they got to get back to Greenland, and then have enough fuel to get back to Maine. So a long journey ahead. I'm very surprised that we lost Genet in episode 4. However, this doesn't put them in the clear by any means. As we saw, Losang and Genet's number 2 now seemed like they've teamed up, and that's, it's an interesting thing. And that, look, this is whether it be movies, actual history throughout however long, it's like when you have one very bad leader or dictator, everybody's like, oh, we just need to get rid of that one person. It's like, you got to be real careful for the number 2 as well, because sometimes they're just as bad, if not worse, than the bad leader, and in a lot of cases they're also power hungry, having not been at the top of the food chain per se. So a good episode overall. Again, not my favorite as far as the writing goes or the way they portrayed some of the action that took place, but again, as far as this entire universe, a solid episode.
Yeah, I'm a little conflicted on this episode. I'm not saying it was a terrible one, but it definitely wasn't a good one. It moved the story forward, which I appreciate. So I'm going to bounce around all over here. I feel like and you guys already kind of alluded to it, so I won't spend too much time on it. I feel like there was a decent amount of plot armor on Carol. I mean, when Cordon was, strapped to the 4-wheeler, I mean, bullets are flying. There was no protection on that thing. Carol easily could have got grazed. He definitely could have got grazed at a minimum. So stuff like that, like you guys said with the soldier, one got popped by a knife by Carol. The other one just turns around and just runs at her, when in reality, it probably would have been a turn and pull. Even if it was just a wild, I would actually appreciate it if it was the turn and pull, and it was he just pulled the trigger.
Just a wild shot, yeah.
Yeah, but, Walking Dead, I get it. With here, when we get deaths, I feel like depending on who it is, they're real picky and choosy on who gets to have sympathy. I really wish they would do like in this case. We haven't had too many times where Daryl's in love. For Merle, when we lost Merle, it was literally 8 seconds of him mentioning Merle in the next episode before Carol got on the bike and they took off to get in position for the governor coming. There was no mention after that. Nothing. Like, I wish they would show more emotion, more sympathy. Not sympathy, grieving for when the character loses someone important to them. Daryl lost someone important here to him, and it was just head bow, pissed off, we're walking to the cave, and then boom, now the next thing on his mind is where's Laurent? And I get it, because you got to just keep moving on in this world. But I feel like
they seemed a little too humorous. I thought him and Carol telling jokes back and forth. I didn't really care for that. I agree with you.
Yeah, that didn't bug me too much, as where even if it was just 30 seconds of Daryl just showing emotion on the face, no dialogue, just something. I wish they would push that a little bit more for some grieving for Daryl, because I mean, she said, "I love you." I know we were debating in the comments with some, did he really understand her saying that? Did he not? Either way, he clearly liked her. I don't know if it was a full-out love, but he wanted her. Losang, man, I'm 50-50 on with that character. Obviously, he needs to go, right? So I'll get that out of the way. He needs to go. I understand why the writer's thinking of why he stabbed Isabel, because Isabel just teed it up. This is desperation, yada, 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 right?
Yeah, and she said she didn't believe anymore.
Right, so clearly she got under his skin, and then the tip of the hat, or not tip of the hat, but push him over the limit was right to the face. I don't know, considering the way he's been throughout the whole couple episodes. I mean, I get it, because, again, he's desperate, but the way he's been, I don't know if he would have actually...
Yeah, he's been very disciplined and very focused.
Exactly. So, but I get it. We gotta get the story to get from A to B for what they're trying to do here, because now that leads up... Yeah, now that leads up to... And I'm not a fan of losing Isabel, by the way. Now that leads up to Losang versus Daryl. Makes sense now, because he's the one who stabbed Isabel. Prior to the episodes, he's like, do you want to go around?
Yep, challenged him.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see how that turns out. Hopefully it's a good fight, but Daryl obviously is going to come out on top. We lost Izzy, as we mentioned. Dee Dee was, man, that was kind of disappointing in a good way, emotional hit. And Genet, I did not expect to lose her in episode 4, maybe episode 5, or obviously the last episode. So now it's going to be interesting to see, was that the last dart? Was all these experiments done now?
Yeah, that's good.
Because I can't imagine Losang is going to, from the second hand of Genet,
go
be
that
just
route.
like, hey, here's all of our stuff, figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see if that was it for what happened to Genet. And hey, Genet, I forgot your name as the actress. Great job, by the way. You made us hate you, or at least me hate you. So fantastic job as being the heel antagonist in this series. So bravo to you. Carol, on the story of the ick moment, we got nothing. Daryl brought it up. Oh, it was just Ghost.
Yeah, I was just...
okay. I completely overlooked that. That was bad.
Yeah. Do you remember season 4, episode 16, where Rick just got done biting? What's his name? You know him.
Joe the Claimer.
Joe the Claimer. Daryl and Rick are sitting by the car. He asked where Beth is, and it was just, she's just gone. Like, that's not normal dialogue between buddies.
Well, that's not what happened. He saw the car, and it's the same thing here.
Yeah, and I'm not happy with the writing on that one. If you are, that's fantastic and that works for you, that's awesome. But it did not work for me, because that was just a setup for, I think, Rick and Michonne's show, to get people talking and engaged then. That, to me, should have been more meat on the bone, not just, it's Ghost. So I'm disappointed with that one.
Well, it was weird that Carol's all of a sudden talking in riddles. You know, it's ghosts and things from my past that scared me and blah, blah, blah.
Daryl would have been like, what are you talking about? Talk to me in normal speak.
Right.
What does that mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
again, not a fan of that.
That was 100% hype for...
That's what my brain is going to right now. I'm curious to see, obviously, if somebody doesn't agree with me on that, just let me know your thoughts, because I'm really curious to see. Otherwise, there were certain moments in this episode, too. I know I'm just destroying it, but there was other moments in here, too. Carol and Daryl's dialogue outside of that stuff was actually great to see. Him speaking French and then her kind of poking fun.
Yeah. That was fun.
Obviously, the old man getting rolled down the streets and him waving to some of the neighbors that are now walkers. That was pretty fun.
Them working on the car together was pretty good.
Them working on the car. These two, the chemistry between Carol and Daryl is phenomenal. So glad they are together now, and that we get to, and it's not like episode 5 or 6 where they're getting to meet each other finally. Mm-hmm. So, and the epic meetup, I thought that was a pretty cool meetup where he just cruised through people and walkers, and then boom, right there's Carol. So I'm hoping the next episode, I'm really intrigued though to see what's going to happen in the next episode, considering all of this that just went down now, especially with Losang, what looks like to be, he's being the puppet.
Yeah, he's being
number
controlled.
2 could be the puppet master.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say about, and then I'll be done here, but the one thing I'll say about, if Carol did know Rick was back and he didn't, she didn't want to tell Daryl that he was back because maybe she thought it would distract him from what he has to do right now. That's the only theory that I could float, is that Carol was like, oh shit, I got to tell him something. I can't tell him Rick's back, otherwise it's going to throw this whole mission out of whack. Now that's like me really reaching for something, but maybe that's it. Either way, I'm sure we would all love to hear your theories and thoughts on that line. So,
and shout out to Isabel too, and Dee Dee. Izzy, I wish you were still around right now. I can't remember your name, so apologies. But phenomenal work on Daryl Dixon. Dee Dee, you got done dirty. Powerful lines by her. So thank you to all involved.
Isabel with another pointless death on The Walking Dead. So add it to the wall of pointless deaths with Merle and Carl and a handful of others. Andrea. But we will see what comes next. So for Diamond Dave Damone, that is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This is Bad Medicine. That was Daryl Dixon. We will see you folks back here for the next one.